You know, my Instagram feed is blowing up right now with promises to get rich without working, remake my body without breaking a sweat, and become healthier than ever while eating whatever you like. Yeah, how did you know? Well, because I found this amazing opportunity to level up my divine, masculine, cosmic manifestations. Actually, I can teach you if you like for the low price of just £8,997. You know, there is a way that I found that completely changed my life, that millions of people all over the world do every single day, that costs as much or as little as you want it to, and you can start right now. Ooh, what is this magical skill that'll level up your sacred energy for 2024? DIY. It's DIY, guys. It's making things for yourself. Well, that sounds a bit hard. Well, that part's up to you, but trust me, it's worth it. Let me show you. Hey, Pete here from Northern Works. I've been doing DIY and making my own furniture for a couple of years now, and not only has it made our home way better, but there's 3 other massive benefits that I've found that I think you can get as well. And I'll tell you about what those are in a little bit. But I think everyone could have a crack at doing DIY and making things for themselves. But what do I mean by making? Well, for me, it's 3 things. And the first way is make your home better. And I'm not talking about like redo your kitchen or put a massive extension on. Last week, the light switch in the bathroom broke in half, which is not only inconvenient, it's also probably dangerous. And knowing that I could turn off the electricity, change the light switch for a new one, and clean up the massive mess that I'd made, it's really satisfying. And you can do this all around the home. You got drafts coming in through your windows, you can make those better. You got weird holes on the side of your house, you can make those better. I'm not talking about making massive changes to your home, at least not at first, not until you want to, but being able to do little odd jobs like this one make a massive difference to making where you live better. And as well as getting the fundamentals sorted, you can start to think about making whatever else you need. A couple of years ago, I broke my neck, and yeah, it was exactly as painful as it sounds. And for ages, I couldn't even really look down like this, which meant I couldn't use a computer. So I built this beauty of a laptop stand. It's not much to look at, but do you know what? It worked. And as I grew in confidence, I built another one that I thought looked even better. And then as I grew in confidence again, I built a whole desk. And then as I started to get more tools and needed somewhere to store them, I built a tool store. And when the kids outgrew their bed, I built them a new bed. You probably get my point. There's a lot of stuff that we need. And I bet there's probably a lot of that stuff that you can have a go at making yourself. And then of course, once you get past what you need, then you get into the fun stuff. Then you get into making what you want. And at that point, the possibilities are pretty much limitless. You know, you could start renovating your own home like we have with this paneling in our living room. Or you might want to start building furniture. I started with a plywood coffee table. But I warn you, it can get addictive, and you might get to the point like me where you want to build your own workshop and your own workbench and start making your own furniture pretty much all the time. But I promise, you don't need to become obsessive to get the benefits of making stuff for yourself. And if you're still on the fence with this stuff, then let me tell you about the benefits that I think everyone can get from doing their own things. The first one is improving your space. Now, of course, by this I mean improving how things look, but for me it goes a lot deeper than that. You know, whether it's fixing a light switch that's broken that we've just been living with, or it's replacing a set of old bunk beds that were so cramped the boys felt like they just lived in a workhouse with, you know, beautiful new bedroom that they can call their own. These things make a tangible difference to how we experience our home. And they actually make a tangible difference on how we engage and interact with each other. I know that sounds a bit grand, but there is genuinely some of these little jobs or some of these bigger jobs that can massively make a difference to how we enjoy and experience the everyday. The next benefit is improving your finances. in almost every situation. Doing it yourself, making your own stuff is going to be cheaper than buying it or getting it from someone else. Not always, and people might throw back, but yeah, you've spent so much money on tools or paint or whatever else. Well, yes, but a lot of times we've saved way more money versus getting someone in to do the job. And a lot of these are pretty little jobs that actually end up saving us a lot of money in the long run. Thinking about things like adding your own underfloor insulation or fixing your drafts or whatever it is, you know, these things can make a genuine impact on your long-term energy bills. Not bad for a bit of tinfoil. And you don't need a garage full of massive, expensive power tools to do most of this stuff. You know, you can spend as much or as little as you want. But to be honest, neither of those benefits is as big for me as the third one, which is improving your skills and confidence. A couple of years ago, I would never have thought about knocking down a chimney breast and opening up and making a new fireplace. And the only reason I've been able to do it is because I've slowly built my skills and my confidence over time. You know, you've seen my first laptop stand. It was an absolute bag of spanners, but it gave me the skills to be able to build the next one, which gave me the skills to build the next one. And now I love making furniture, and I've been able to plan making some really lovely, beautiful pieces of furniture. And that's how this stuff works, right? You start by changing a light bulb, painting a bedroom, and then you move on to something a bit more complicated that maybe needs a different set of skills. And over time, you build up your skills and your confidence until you can tackle the things that you really want to do. On our list for this year is to start to think about renovating the kitchen, which means I probably need to knock down a wall. I would never have even considered doing that a couple of years ago, but now it feels really exciting. The mental health benefits of doing DIY and making my own stuff, for me personally, have been huge. And maybe they can be for you as well. Well, if you're excited to get going, but you're just not sure where to start, have a look back at some of my previous projects for inspiration, and why not join my mailing list? The link's in the description. And before you go off and buy a whole bunch of new expensive tools, hang fire for next week's video, where I'm going to help you choose exactly what you need to get started and help save you time and money avoiding the things you don't. See you again.